Hello everyone, this is Venom, and we are back with another video. Today, it's not a Destiny video. Today, we're going to be going over the Monster Hunter Wilds trailer. Now, as you guys may or may not know, whenever there's a game I really like that's coming out, I have trouble covering it on the channel. Not because I don't want to play it or anything, but because the more I cover it, the more excited I get for it, and the harder it is for me to wait for it. Now, Monster Hunter Wilds, they came out with a trailer damn near a year ago. I think this one came out 10 months ago. The game is not due to release till February of next year, so it's October, November, December, January. So we got 4 months to go. I cannot wait, but it is long past time for me to start covering this game. So there's actually been quite a few trailers. In fact, I think we got 4 trailers to go over today, and there's some additional stuff to go over later on. So I'll check that out later. But we're gonna go with the 4 trailers today. And then we're going to put out some additional videos. I guess there's some gameplay. They got some weapon reveals. So there's a lot of stuff that's come out for it. It's time to go ahead and catch up. Now, I'm, again, huge Monster Hunter fan. I've been playing since Monster Hunter Freedom Unite back on, I can't remember what that was, a PSP? PSP? I think the PSP came out first. But it's been a long, long time ago. I remember Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. I got the latest Monster Hunter that was on the DS. I think it was like Monster 4. There's been a lot of Monster Hunters, but this was like... Special Edition. I, of course, played Monster Hunter World. I've got gameplay of that on my channel. Monster Hunter World was a game that brought a lot of new people into the Monster Hunter franchise. It kind of made it a bit more mainstream, which I have enjoyed. I've seen, for the most part, there's been nothing but good stuff. There has been a couple issues, and I'll talk about that before I get too deep into this. There have been a couple little issues, mainly because of who the publisher is, Capcom, and some of the things that they've done. They've started to come out with a lot more microtransactions in recent years, and it started to hit Monster Hunter. There's a lot of Monster Hunter microtransactions if you check out Rise and especially World. I talked about this a bit on my channel. I've even commented on other channels because this is not something that Monster Hunter had to deal with before. Capcom has been notorious recently for doing that. They put in microtransactions in Dragon's Dogma 2, and they were microtransactions that did very, very little too, so it was like extra insulting. There was no real reason to put them in there. And yeah, they did that a lot for Monster Hunter World. There's like, I think hundreds, like, we're going to check right now. Like, I don't want to be hyperbolic. I think there's literally hundreds of microtransactions for it. Let's go take a look here. I got it right here. Monster Hunter World right here. DLC. Okay, so that's actual DLC, and then here are all the quote-unquote new releases. This is all microtransactions. These are all just cosmetic stuff in the game. Although that looks Iceborne, Lunester, yeah, okay, it's figurines. This is all microtransactions. All microtransactions. It's still going. I thought I was at the bottom. This is still going. I set my mouse to just set to spin, and it's just going. There we go. We finally got the end of it. So, yeah, that's fucking insane. So, I wonder how much it is for all of them together. I wonder if you can see them all together. Browse. Oh no, it's just not the big. There we go. This is 230. So do we got upcoming releases for it? Okay, that's good. Okay, I was about to a little pissed. I still got more coming. So long story short, there's a lot of microtransactions. Now that is the controversy. Now I know they talked about putting some weapon skins on the store at some point. And I said that was going to be a bad idea because eventually they're going to not only do skins, that they're probably going to do weapons that are for sale too. I still think that's something that might happen. But outside of all that, that's a different fight. That's a separate fight. Monster Hunter is a very loved franchise. I love what they did with World. They made it more open world. They made it a bit more, exploratory. I like how they did that. And then Monster Hunter Rise came out. Rise wasn't... I can't quite put my finger on it. There is a debate on whether or not Rise or World is better. World is, I guess, technically more of a spin-off, even though it is a main series game. I don't know how you'd actually classify it, but it brought a lot of people into the fold, so I love it. Now, technically speaking, Rise sticks more to the traditional Monster Hunter game, but even then, it's not that far off. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that came in World that's just that's just there now. It's going to be always there. Things like the slingshot. I can't remember what it is. Slinger. So I don't know what it is about Rise though. Rise just didn't quite do it for me. It's not that it was because on the same system. I just don't know what it was. It took place in the Far East. It wasn't in like a whole new world like Monster Hunter World was. I don't know what it is. but I definitely prefer World over Rise, even though the gameplay, I mean, it's still evolved. It's not like it's downgraded or anything. It's still awesome. It's got even more than World does. I just can't quite put my finger on it. And it's not that it was shorter either, because I think when you looked at them side by side, they were about the same. I think it might be just the lack of legendary monsters at the end. Instead of doing like these big legendary hunts, instead you get essentially a stampede. I don't know if that's quite it, because there were still legendary monsters. I don't quite know what it was about Rise that I didn't like. And I can't even say I didn't like, it's just that I prefer World. So, regardless, Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be coming out. Here's the first trailer. I looked at this one before. It came out 10 months ago. We're going to go ahead and look at it. And then the other 3 trailers that came after it, I'm going to give my opinions on it. Now, this is one I think I already did a reaction to on the channel already, so this is not blind at all. The others will be, because I've literally tried to avoid this, but this is the first. This one came out 10 months ago. Yeah, 10 months ago, so. Now, we've got a new creature here. I can't remember what the dog is we ride on the Rise, Palmino, I think? I gotta look it up again. It's been a while since I played Monster Hunter. But this looks like it's actual gameplay right here, or at the moment, it looks like it might be what you would do in-game. Just the way the frames are going and the angles, this looks like it might be actual gameplay. But you can see this landscape. What gets me is they do a very good job with these transitions, and a very good job kind of showing the different ways the landscape looks. Look at that. That thing can fly. So everything looks all dark and crazy right now, and then, boom, flash of light, and everything just color everywhere. It looks beautiful. That's a crazy transition. I really like it. It's really nice. And you can see here, we got roaming fields of monsters. I mean, we got an open savanna here. You saw that there was lightning strikes coming down. I mean, this looks like a natural formation, so these don't look like they're man-made or anything. So this is going to be, it's going to be crazy. It looks like the actual atmosphere, the actual weather is going to play a good part of this. And this is called Wild, so my guess is, and again, right now, this is the only trailer I've seen, so I know a lot more information's come out, so right now I'm still guessing, but we're probably just doing like an expedition to like a new land or something. So that is my guess, but we'll see as we go through. So, yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds, we at the very least are going to be getting a new creature to ride. That's something that was introduced in Monster Hunter Rise, so now that they've introduced it, they pretty much have to have it in every Monster Hunter. And now right here, this is something that a lot of people notice. There's my boy Rathalos, yeah. This is something a lot of people notice, myself included, that while riding on this creature, he's got 2 weapons. He's got what clearly looks like a bowgun, and he's also got what looks like probably a longsword. It doesn't look quite big enough to be a greatsword. It looks like a longsword to me, just a little bit chunkier. But it looks like he's got 2 weapons. Now that would be pretty sweet if you could go and bring 2 weapons with you out on hunts. One thing that I definitely appreciate about World, and I know that at first a lot of people that were like diehard fans, some that were kind of purists, were upset about some of the changes that World made, but I think the changes were for the better. It cut out a lot of the filler stuff that really sucked to do. You no longer need to use paintballs to track monsters. That was a pain in the ass to have to do. You'd either have to try to make armor sets that specifically let you track monsters, memorize their patterns, or try to find it and hit it with a paintball to track it. They got rid of that. They got a different system to auto tracks for them. I like that. You don't got to go out and you don't got to make things like whetstones. Like before, you actually had to make whetstones and bring them with you. Now you just have an infinite whetstone, which is great. Again, it wasn't really something that was hard to make. It just took up busy work, took up time. A lot of the fishing stuff is not nearly as hard before. A lot of the crafting, just in general, sorry, I got hiccups, it's just no longer needed, and I like that a lot. Something else that's actually shaped the way I play games to this day is that you had very limited healing items in the early Monster Hunter games. That changed in Monster Hunter World, because you now go back to base camp and not just heal up there. You can actually take stuff out of your storage then too, and even switch up your armor sets and your weapons. So that's not something you used to be able to do in the Monster Hunter games. You had to take whatever you're going to use out, and if you run out of healing stuff, you were just out. You got to either gather stuff out in the wild and craft it up like that, which did save me a couple times, or you were just SOL. It's either bring everything you need, craft up anything else out there. I mean, basically my inventories would be full of just nothing but crafting items to make stuff to heal me. So, and that was also kind of before the Charge Blade came out too. Charge Blade was still one of the more recent weapons that came out. I think before I used to use either sword and shield, or I used to use a great sword. I didn't really do too well with them. That's one of the things I really like about the Charge Blade, is that it's the perfect weapon for me and my playstyle. I can't really use any other weapons at this point. The Charge Blade is just that ingrained in the way I use it. It's perfect for me. But yeah, a lot of those things have been changed, and they are for the better. Monster Hunter Rise kept up with that, so going back to base camp, you can just go ahead and restock items if you need to, and it's just one less headache to have to deal with. Now, I can't say hunts are necessarily faster. I think they were already fast before if you had the skill to do them. I've just gotten better over the years of playing Monster Hunter. So it used to be that it took me almost the entire time to take out some monsters. I remember my first Yin Cut Coup I was able to take down. It took me down to like 40 minutes to do so. And that was after a long time of getting good at the game. I remember that first one, that first capture, and it was amazing. And after that, it was downhill from there. So that's the first trailer. That's the revealed trailer. Now, this, again, came out 10 months ago. I know they've got a lot of monster reveals. There we go, 2025. So as soon as I saw that 10 months ago, I was like, okay, it's going to be so long before I can play this. It's going to really suck. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and check it out. Now, this is the first trailer. So this is the reveal trailer. Here is official trailer number 1. We're going to take a look at it and take a look at 2, 3, and 4. Now, I don't remember the name of the boat. I remember a Monster Hunter Tri on the Wii, and they had a boat that just worked on the sand.
This is gonna be great.
You bet.
Now, here's something that I didn't notice.
And then we can get
I think I just
started.
happened to see a glimpse of this before.
You bet.
Is that the Palco? Yeah, I think that's the Palco talking. I thought I saw that before. I wasn't sure. I think that Palco was like using human words. That's never been a thing up until now. Now, granted, well, actually, yeah, you did hear people talking in Monster Hunter World and Rise. So, yeah, that's... Okay, look, we got a...
Incredible.
So here's what we've seen already.
I've never heard of a Karathnoth herd this big
Karathnoths. Okay, so these is
One of them's
Karathnoths.
got big spikes on its back.
That has got to be the Palco talking. That's... So I wonder if they're going to have different voices depending on if we make the Palco. Like, is it going to be a custom Palco we can make, or is it just going to be the same Palco with only one voice out? Either way, that's already interesting, because as far as I know, well, no, technically speaking, Palcos did talk before.
Now to lead it away from
We just never had voice actors for them.
Right.
Because the Chef and World talked. And yeah, Palcos definitely talked. Okay, so yeah, we just never had a voice actor for them before, so I guess that makes sense. Okay, because we can see that a lot of environmental stuff is going to be coming back. This is crazy. This fight here. So this looks like a blind creature. What is this thing? Looks like a giant blind lion. Whoa. Okay, some kind of frog lizard creature. Okay, that's a great sword. I thought it might be just a long sword, but that's a great sword. This hunter is getting his ass handed to him, too. Okay. That's his little flying creature there. We get to see creatures fight each other in the wild again, just like we did in Monster Hunter World. And yeah, that's a second weapon. Hold on, let me back up there. That is a second weapon. He definitely... Let me double check. We've been using the greatsword this whole time. Okay, maybe not. He's got that weapon on his back. He was gonna have the greatsword. Okay, greatsword right here. Yeah, greatsword, and then he swapped weapons. Okay, he definitely swapped. So it looks like you might be able to swap when you're mounted to your second weapon. That opens up so much. Okay, now he's getting him. That looked like a special... I don't think that's a new weapon type. I think that's just a special attack from a bow gun.
I've selected you as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Is that
Thank
us?
you, sir.
Is that us? Guess we're gonna be a lead hunter, and it looks like we're gonna have a voice actor for some, with the cutscenes at least. That'll be interesting to see a voice protagonist for Monster Hunter. Greatsword is... looks like it's eating good right now. It's got a few new attacks here. Okay. So far we've got fully voiced Palcos, which we didn't have before. Now that I think about it, Palcos have talked before. We just never heard them, so that's going to be crazy. We know there's going to be different moves in there, but it looks like we're going to be a lead hunter. and it looks like we've got a voice protagonist. Don't know if it's going to be outside of cutscenes or not, but we do see that we're going to have 2 weapons we can take out at least, and then we can swap to them on our creature. That's what it looks like. Okay, let's get into this. I am very excited now. Okay, this is the second one. This is called The Hunter's Journey. Those look like Devil Joe. Sand Devil Joes.
Over there!
Yeah, I'm never gonna get used to that. Ugh.
Why are you here?
You can't do this alone!
Alright, we got the slinger still.
Need to shake them off! Follow me! Go! Here it comes!
There's too many of them!
Watch out for that glove!
Well, okay. But they were called
I'm
weapons.
the draw tired! Cover me!
Are these multiple...
Be ready!
It's like a hive mind or something?
If we can make it to the rocks, we may lose them!
But this is one creature controlling a bunch of other creatures.
As I feared, it picked up our scent.
I'll handle it.
They keep saying it, but there's definitely
find
a
someplace
lot
safe.
of these around.
Thank you!
The new creature. Bowgun users are going to be eating good too. Looks like you get some pretty good attention. Hold on, back up there. What was that? Okay. Oh. Oh, what are we? Oh. This is some kind of electric pterodactyl.
Don't
Those
worry,
are jump.
the hunter is here. Just watch. You'll see what hunting is all about.
Okay, okay. Didn't tell us a lot on that one, but we are getting a little bit more about the story there. At least that one creature. That looks pretty cool. This one says Lala Brina and Scarlet Forest. Okay, so it says Scarlet Forest. We've seen one area so far that I can identify. That's this deserty looking area. My guess is that that's kind of the starting zone. I don't know how big these are going to be, but let's take a look. Like, I was thinking like maybe it's just one giant map, and you just like go to different areas on it, but I don't know. I'm speculating a lot right now. Let's take a look at this. Is yeah, Lala Brina, Barina, and Scarlet Forest reveal. Let's take a look.
My word. Is this a Lala Barina Floret? We must be near its nest.
Okay, that's the monster. That seems... Ooh. Haha, giant spider. I like it. So I definitely love spider creatures. This is going to be probably fun to fight. And... Ooh. That's a rosebud. And to make armor out of. I also typically use a lot of poison weapons in Monster Hunter. I usually use the poison charge blade whenever I can, so... Yeah, that looks like it might make some crazy ass weapons and armor.
We could do a lot worse for an interim camp.
Okay, interim camp.
Once your business here is concluded, you should find shelter. The sands come alive this time of year, like a wild beast bristling with lightning.
Probably mean that literally.
From the look of it, that must be this region's apex predator.
Oh boy.
Guild permission granted. Begin the hunt.
Guild permission granted, okay. What was that giant electric insect? I can't think what his name was. This reminds me of it. It was that green electric insect, and I can't think what his name was. I don't think this is it. That spider there is going to be fun to fight. We got the hammer. Okay, looks like that's a camp. Your Palco will be able to fight with you again. That's cool. Ooh, that was nice. Hold on. Alright, that's 3. Let's take a look at 4. Now, this is one. This trailer 3 came out 2 months ago. 4 came out 3 weeks ago. This is the longest one so far, so let's take a look. This one says release date reveal. Extended cut. Okay.
I was still hoping that I imagined the whole thing. It's burned into my mind.
We just saw that creature.
So, Captain, what's your team been getting up to?
The Guild gave special assignments to some of the other units from the expedition, mine included.
Okay. That's the captain.
This forest is amazing.
Okay, this forest. I don't know if that's the same one we saw before.
Built for this kind of weather. That's causing the water currents to surge too.
Damn!
This is its territory. We're intruders.
Okay. Big and wiggly. It's kind of funny, like, you get used to playing Monster Hunter so long and you see a creature coming at you and, like, instantly, like, you want to dodge and I'm seeing, like, press and dodge and stuff as I'm watching. It's just a habit you can't get over sometimes, but it's nice. Okay, fishing. Okay, that was beautiful. There's that spider I was liking. You can, hold on. They're throwing barrels. That's a multi-hunt. Right here, they're throwing barrels at this thing. They're not just putting them down, they're throwing them at it. Okay, that's nice.
You respect.
You can activate the natural hazards just by pulling them instead of having to have some in your slinger.
Why don't they just put the meat down?
Tacos don't play. That is a fuzzy chicken. Okay. What we saw before?
The White Wraith. It's real!
No, that's not what we saw. No, we didn't see that before.
The White Wraith.
Down there. Someone's in trouble.
It seems we must do a more thorough investigation.
Is that the old
What is that?
Admiral?
An extinct species.
Oh, if it's there, it's not extinct.
You've got a weapon, and you do nothing?
Part of being a hunter is knowing when to and when not to hunt, too.
And I'll...
Okay, so it looks like it's going to be our big bad for the main story. There's a Yin Kutku. A few of them. Okay. February 28th of 2025 is when this is coming out, so that's how long I've got to wait for this. Okay, now here's the stuff that I don't like. Here's all the extra DLC pre-order BS. Now, don't get me wrong. I do typically pre-order them with the Monster Hunter games, but I've started to cut back on a lot of games just because of the crap. Here we go, like this here. Right here, we got the base game, then base game deluxe, which doesn't say what comes with it. The deluxe pack, then you got the base game plus premium to be released. Deluxe pack to be released at a later date. Cosmetic DLC pack 1, 2. Okay, so basically just a bunch of cosmetic shit. I'm not in that. I hate it when games do this shit, and this is the way that Monster Hunter's trying to go now too. I used to be Monster Hunter just released Monster Hunter. You get your DLC later, which is a newer thing, and then that was it. And now we got all the extra DLC crap that they're pumping out. So that I do not approve of at all. Now oh, that's why I put cut. Haha, I get it now. So that being said, past all that, I am definitely loving what I'm seeing here so far. Now I got which one is this? This is a Save Me Real trailer, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same one. So I'm loving this. There is a bunch of weapon stuff right here, weapons and mechanics. I'll check those out later. I don't want to get make this video too long, but I am excited for this one. Now, Monster Hunter games, I mean, they're one of those games to where if you're a fan, you're getting it when it comes out, and if you're not, you don't really care. Like I said, with Monster Hunter Worlds coming out, the fan base has gotten much bigger. Like I said, I don't think Rise did as well as World. I'm not 100% sure. I got to double check. I may be 100% wrong on that, but I am still glad that the fan base has expanded a bit. So I cannot wait for this game to come out. Let me know what you guys think about it down below. I will, of course, be making some hunting videos when the game comes out. I haven't been able to do much streaming. I've been wanting to. I'll get like the first episode of something streamed, and then I can't do it again afterwards. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is just doing the individual hunts. After I do each mission, you know, I'll record each mission and put each one out, and then when I'm hunting individual creatures, I'll go ahead and do that too. Like I said, streaming's probably going to be a ways away before I can do that on a regular basis again, just because of the real-life stuff going on, which is fine. But I will try to get those hunt videos out and those tips and tricks videos out for Monster Hunter Wilds as well. So, that being said, please leave a like in the video. If you like what we're doing here, please subscribe to the channel if you love what we're doing, and I will see you all on the next video.